Who lives in the pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Absorbing all employers, you see. SpongeBob. Oh. Uh. Uh. Um. Uh. Here are the Mountain West basketball arenas. Clune Arena, Air Force Falcons. We start off with an arena that has the same levels of architectural complexity as a pizza box. Well, that's just the exterior, of course. Much like a pizza box, it's the inside that matters most. And the interior of this building is quite remarkable, because the basketball arena is actually just one small part of this gigantic structure. There are also some football fields, a hockey arena, and there's a running track tucked away somewhere. It's underneath these stands, I believe. So yeah, it's certainly a versatile venue. Extra Mile Arena, Boise State Broncos. Their football stadium is known for its iconic blue field, so you might be wondering, do they play basketball on a blue court? The answer is no, because that would look shit. The arena certainly isn't lacking in colour though. There are 3 tiers of seating, and much like the tiers of a tier cake, each tier is a different colour. But I can assure you that the blue tier doesn't taste of blueberries. The white tier doesn't taste of vanilla. And the orange tier does actually taste a bit like mangoes, to be fair. But in all seriousness, this does look like a pretty cool arena. Moby Arena, Colorado State Rams. This is the oldest arena in the conference, but it certainly doesn't look its age, particularly inside. The most distinctive aspect to this arena's design would probably be the walls in the corners that have an unusual pattern on them. That pattern is supposed to resemble the horns of a ram. In fact, that is just one of many ram-related features throughout the venue. They really went in heavy with the theming. If this arena was in Australia, it would almost certainly have been sponsored by the home loan company Rams, but it wasn't to be. Save Mart Center, Fresno State Bulldogs. Finally, we see an exterior that has a bit going on. Not much, but a bit. It has a clock tower, which is 13 stories high, and has multiple clock faces as clock towers are known to. Interestingly, Save Mart is not just any old title sponsor, but they paid $40 million for 20 years naming rights before the arena was even built. So they basically funded more than a third of the construction cost. Surprisingly, this is the only arena in the conference that was built in this century. That might explain why it is lacking in quirkiness, unlike the last one. Lawler Event Center, Nevada Wolfpack. This exterior is relatively featureless compared to the last one. There's a lot of bare concrete on show, yet it looks rather nice. It'd make for a good filming location. That could be the headquarters for a large fertilizer company for all you know. Just add the subtitles and some dramatic music, and all of a sudden we're in a movie. Inside, it's not quite one of those classic old school bowls. It's more of an oval shape and has retractable seating at each end. So there's no dead space and all the seats have decent sightlines. The Pit, New Mexico Lobos. The Pit has to be the shortest name for an arena in college basketball. It's in reference to the fact that the court is well below ground level. Interestingly, they actually built the roof of the arena first, and then dug the pit that the seating bowl would subsequently be built into. I don't exactly know why they built the roof first, but by building the arena into a giant pit, they saved a lot of money in construction cost. And it would also help regulate the temperature. An important feature in New Mexico, I'd imagine. Another feature that's a little unusual is the bench seating throughout. Viejas Arena, San Diego State Aztecs. You may notice something slightly odd about this place. It'll become more apparent in a few seconds. There we are. It's sitting on top of what was the Aztec Bowl Stadium, where the school's football team played way back in the day. There are even some remnants of the stadium remaining. I love that kind of stuff. Another unique feature is the open air concourse that you can see here. which makes the most of the San Diego climate. By the time we get inside, we've already seen the most interesting features this venue has to offer. But although simple, the interior is effective. One big steep bowl of seats does the job. Provident Credit Union Center, San Jose State Spartans. At just 5,000, this has the lowest capacity in the conference. Despite the smaller size, it's still not one of the more intimate venues due to the lack of corner seating. However, there are some interesting looking corner upside down blue steps. And after all, isn't upside down blue steps what basketball is all about? Well, they'll just be the underside of a regular staircase. Next arena, please. Thomas and Mack Center, UNLV Runnin' Rebels. The other UNLV teams are simply known as the Rebels. Interesting that it's basketball in particular that is known as the Runnin' Rebels, and not, the cross-country team. This is the largest arena in the conference. It has a similar capacity to most NBA arenas. Speaking of which, in 2007, this venue hosted the first ever NBA All-Star game that was held in a non-NBA city. It was also briefly used by Utah Jazz back in the day, and it hosted a Lakers game that had to be moved due to the LA riots. Smith Spectrum, Utah State Aggies. This is almost the second arena in the conference to be named after a supermarket, but it's technically named after the founder of Smith's Food and Drug, rather than the shop itself. So Save Mart Center can hold on to that elusive and prestigious title that I'm sure they're very proud of. Inside we have another single-tiered layout, so it's simple in that respect, but they certainly haven't been conservative when it comes to the seats themselves. There is a very vibrant array of colors that seemingly have nothing to do with the Aggies. Arena Auditorium, Wyoming Cowboys. Oh, it appears that a flying saucer got in the way of this satellite image. Nope. That's the arena apparently. It could have been made by aliens, to be fair. I mean, Arena Auditorium sounds too generic for a human to come up with. Maybe they are space cowboys. And come to think of it, at an elevation of 7,220 feet, or 2,200 meters above sea level, it's the highest arena in Division 1. So, it's closer to outer space. It's all starting to come together. Wake up, people! The Space Lizard Cowboys are here! If we don't stop them now, they're gonna build a basketball arena in every town in America! Oh, that's not so bad. So, there you have it. There were a lot of interesting venues in this conference, but my favourite would have to be the one in San Diego. Purely for its external features, which is not something that usually matters in basketball. Please consider subscribing if you're new around here, and as always, thanks for watching, have a good one.